Hello, how are you? This is Carrie Merrill. We are on day 7, and I hope you are liking our time together. So, day 7 is about Groundhog Day, and Groundhog Days don't totally need to be a bad thing, but we're just going to reflect on how much of this past year or this past season has felt literally like a Groundhog Day and not in a good way. Now, my statement about Groundhog Day at the beginning of our session today doesn't mean in any way that you didn't grow. But if you're honest with yourself, your habits are probably lagging behind. And I'm going to repeat this again that I repeat in almost every session that we've had together. These aren't failures, they're signs of habitual autopilot. So here is the truth. You have a pattern problem. That negative Groundhog Day or season happen when you don't create that space to reflect, when you stay too busy that you can't even think, when you speed up on a decision to avoid clarity. And here is the big one. You tolerate things that drain you. You don't question the systems around you about it. So I challenge you to get started on these 3 action steps. Number 1, name those patterns that repeated the most in this past year or season. And if you're like, listen, you got me with that one, I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you this. Examine your day to day. I can guarantee you that you're still executing in the same way. And before you get upset with me, I want to ask you, are you the firefighter putting out the fires in your business? Are you overworking? Are you delaying decisions? Are you avoiding conflict? Are you carrying the members of your team, a department, or a specific process? Are you under delegating? I want to pause a second. By you naming these patterns, you're breaking its power. You're starting to develop a pathway of recognition. And with recognition, you can begin the process of addressing each one. And that is seriously amazing. Remember, we talked about micro steps in earlier sessions. We talked about there being no pressure, no frustration, just that data that we can use to move ourselves forward from this second forward, which leads me to number 2. Now, I want you to stop and I want you to hear me, please. Okay? Listen to this, please. Identify the emotional rewards of your patterns. So I want you to think about what emotional reward do you get from being that firefighter? What emotional reward do you get from avoiding a decision or delaying conflict? What emotional reward do you get from carrying members of your team, from under delegating, from overcommitting? Every pattern has a payoff. You feel helpful, you feel in control. And we talked about this a little bit in day 3. I want you to think about it. What emotional reward are you getting? Once you know this payoff, this reward, which is currently being met, you can begin to shift and move out of this version of the Groundhog Day that doesn't serve you. Because once you identify it, you can replace it, right? Remember, micro steps, some grace, because this is all data, no pressure, no frustration, which is why the challenge is to only start with one, which leads me to number 3. Choose one behavioral shift from this moment forward. Not 10, not 7, only one. To catch the complete episode, you can find me on either iTunes, YouTube, Audible, Spotify. I do hope you enjoy.